Hey, this is Collective All Trades, and I want to talk about how to buy precious metals on a budget. I was going to save this one for last, but I think it's the first thing that I should talk about, and it's do not take out a loan. No matter how good of a precious metals you want to buy, you think you can flip it, or you think the long hold game, just don't do it. If you already have a mortgage, car loan, just any personal loans, don't take another one out. It's not even worth it unless you make a passive income that pays you in cash or monthly. Then sure, if everything is paid out and you're not loaned up. But if you're talking about, let's say if you get receiving dividends from stocks and all that, again, do not take out a loan because again, you have to tax those the capital gains off of your dividends when you cash out, right? It just makes no sense. Just don't do it. One of the many things that I have done that were successful is bottle returns. Here are some that I already set aside. Again, you already paid for the 5-cent deposit. You might as well cash it out. If you think about it, it's almost like a dividend. You buy it, you cash out whenever you recycle them. So you might as well take advantage of it. Why not? I'm walking here into the recycling area, and surprise, surprise, there's nobody there. Usually it's always packed, and it feels like these moments right here where you're like, there's no way you have the whole place to yourself. And, look and behold, I'm struck gold right here. Drum roll, please. We made out with not one, not two, with $3.25. Sadly, 25 cents is not made out of silver. 1996. I would say this is one of the lower hauls I have done, which is fair just because the World Cup is happening. I had a little get together and I already did some recycling prior. Did not record, sadly, but if you buy cases of water bottles, let's say 2 to 3 cases of 40 water bottles, usually hauls are $5 to $8 a week ish, depending how much you really drink. I drink a lot of water, or at least I try to. I'm not saying you're gonna get rich off of this. That's not the point. I think the point here is more of precious metals are getting way too high. They're getting way too expensive, as they should. Obviously, they have to balance itself out, regulate what their prices should be, but for the people who are just starting out, it's definitely difficult to really know where you should begin, what coins to get. And people would choose, oh, should I get from the US Mint? Should I buy from these other trustworthy sites like SD or JM Bullion and such, and should I get American Silver? Should I get the Indian Heads? Should I get those just general brands that are a little bit cheaper? And for me, I say, if you're looking for something just to have silver, go for a general brand. I know people say, oh, go for the American Eagle or the Canadian Maple and such forth, which is a fair point, because let's say, God forbid, there is apocalypse or World War III, whatever the case may be, right? A lot of Americans are more, when they see an American Eagle, they know it's silver, it's American, it's trustworthy. Even for the older heads, it's the walking liberty for them in the quarter design, right? But obviously it's a 1 ounce. So it's a familiar piece of America. So a lot of people do tend to go there. There is a bit of a premium. But if your whole goal is just to have silver, just to have, just go for a general brand, honestly. I do both. That's just me, You don't have to follow everything I do. But I think just having a silver or gold, depending on what what your forte, what you want in your portfolio, it's completely up to you. again, this is not to make a lot of money. It's just to buy precious metal, because when you save this up, let's say you make $5-8 a week, right? In a month, like, that all adds up. I'll put the number here because I'm not gonna do math right now. I'm sorry, but with that being said, I'll continue this journey of just saving up these dollars. So far, I have a couple hundred. I don't plan on buying silver right now, or I should be, but I think I just kind of want to save up for gold at this point, kind of show that it is possible to buy gold on just recycling and all. And now the next topic I want to go over is spare change. I can roll this up, put it in the piggy bank, and that's that, right? But what about this quarter? What do I do with it? Well, you can do the same exact thing right here in my car. Sorry, it's a bit dirty over here, but I slide right through. I made this out of ice cream. I'm not associated with this brand, but you can use any container realistically. Get scissors, make a slit, and just collect a lot of coins from spare change if cash is something they use a lot. Which I highly recommend. I know it's so easy to just use your card and swipe. I think if you're trying to really budget to get precious metal, I think just having cash is one of your best friends in the situation, most for these reasons. Is it going to take long? Absolutely. I feel like any journey is not a 1-2 kind of process. It's kind of like a 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way to 10. It may even take longer, and that's fine. And then what I tend to do is I'll fill this jar up all the way to the top, and then I'll bring it to my 5-gallon water container and hope to fill that up to the top, and then whatever that amount is, I'll bring it. Well, actually, I won't bring it to the bank. You're more than able to roll them up. I have a machine that kind of separates all the the dimes, nickels, pennies, quarters, and such forth into those containers. Should you buy one? That's completely up to you. I just did it because it's just easier for me to organize everything, be my own banker in a sense, and just give it to the bank so that way everything's organized. Could you bring it to those those coin machines that give you those cash, whether it's Stop and Shop, ShopRite, or whatever stores they tend to be in? Of course you can. The only downside is they do take a percentage off. I don't have the exact number on top of my head, but the whole point is to get as much as you can from your spare change, recycling, and such forth, in order to buy those precious metals. So for me, taking a percentage off is not okay. At the end of the day, it is your money, so why not have it all? But yeah, spare change I think is very important to just have in the car. It's easy, it's kind of just organized. I could put this here, but I'm just gonna take it home and put it in an envelope where I normally do. And last on the list is selling your collectibles. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but what's more important is having stability and holding something that's worth its cost and more physically. And also it translates in every country. They all hold the same value. I have personally sold Pokemon cards, comics, and figures in order to reach those goals as a precious metal collector at first. But, I know how hard and difficult it can be to sell things that are meaningful for you. But at the end of the day, this is to buy precious metals so you can do what you like. No one's forcing you. But I hope that this video has helped your journey, and please continue to find your treasure, whatever they may be.